to my channel. Excuse me, I am recovering from a cold, so my voice is a little raspy. Today I want to do a review on Captain Marvel. My husband and I went to go see this Thursday night, the night that it came out, and my initial thoughts are this movie was very underwhelming. I know a lot of people have bashed the movie and had their issues with the movie because of some comments that Brie Larson made about white male privilege and all that stuff, and I'm not even going to go into that. I'll say this, I heard her comments and I really don't understand what all the outrage is about. She made some good points and probably should have used better choice of words, but I got where she was going. But be that as it may, I know some people are just ready to bash this film no matter what. So I came into the film completely objective, hoping that it was good. This is Marvel's first female-led action type movie or whatever, or first female-led movie. And it was just not really that great. It was, if I had to grade it, I would say it was a 5. It was average. There were some enjoyable parts, but I kind of wish I had waited till it came out on like Netflix or Blu-ray versus spending $16 to see it and be in a theater full of other people who were annoying. So let's go ahead and get into some of the things that I just did not like off the bat. First off, Brie Larson, I know she's won like an Academy Award, but homegirl acting was not on point this time. She was extremely vacant and dead behind the eyes. I know a lot of people had mentioned that, you know, in the trailer she didn't show very much emotion. That there wasn't much shown in the movie either. It was kind of hard to get excited about like her triumphant in fight scene or whatever, because she was just kind of blah. There wasn't anything for you to particularly root for, and her acting was just very subpar. I didn't see an Oscar-winning actress in this film, so I think everybody else's acting was okay. I think everybody else's acting was pretty decent, with the exception of maybe her friend, the black chick in the movie. I mean, you know what? Her acting was okay too. Everybody acting was better than Brie Larson's at this point. I just wasn't feeling it, y'all. The other part of it is that Kevin Feige and, you know, everybody else involved with Marvel said that Captain Marvel is the most strongest person in the, you know, the Marvel universe. You definitely don't get that when you see this movie. There are parts where you see her show off her power, but to get like the most powerful person in the Marvel universe to go up against Thanos and the Endgame and all that, you don't get it. You don't. You're just like, okay, she can shoot stuff out of her fist. Okay. All right. I don't get it. There was one scene, and this is a spoiler. There was, so you got a few seconds to leave before I say anything. There was one scene where she flies up into space to stop all these like asteroid things or rockets, I think they were, headed towards Earth, and she spins one around and knocks all the other ones in space. So that's where you really get to see her strength, but I mean, that's really it. I was actually looking for a lot more because I really didn't know much about Captain Marvel except for Rogue and the X-Men gets her strength and her ability to fly when she absorbs those powers from Captain Marvel. That's really all I knew about her. So I was expecting to see, you know, Thanos type qualities and super abilities in this chick, and I just didn't get it. The other thing was everybody, you know, involved with the Marvel Universe keeps saying, you know, you need to see this movie in order to understand Endgame. Albeit we have not seen Endgame yet. But it just doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like you needed to see this movie in order to understand Endgame. There was nothing really in it that just was like, hey, pay attention to this. This is going to be in Endgame. This is going to make sense in the next movie. You didn't get much of anything that tied into Infinity War at all. And that was very disappointing, and I kind of felt a little bit tricked. There wasn't a real threat as far as the villains. Like, there was this one, again, spoilers. There was this one scene where she's like fighting the intelligence thing that looks, kind of reminds you of the thing that was in the Matrix. And there was just no real threat. It seemed like she came into being Captain Marvel so easily. You know, it didn't really seem like it took any development or anything. It kind of reminded me of the complaints from the Star Wars film about Rey, about how she just is good at everything. That's kind of where I was with it. How she got her powers, I thought was kind of, I feel like they could have thought that out a little bit better. She type of, whatever it's called, some sort of energy burst, and she absorbs it, and that's how she gets her powers. Whoop-de-doo. Okay. So yeah, I didn't really get that. Who was the villain in this movie? Jude Law's character is supposed to be like the villain, but the intelligence thing from the Matrix, I thought that was the villain at some point, and you don't really understand who the villain is, and neither one of them were really a huge threat to her. So I don't know, y'all. There was nothing really memorable about this film. That, you know, there was some parts with the cat and the Skrull, the guy who plays the Skrull. There were some funny parts there, but overall there was nothing memorable about this film. The end scene really didn't tell you too much, except the fact that, again, spoilers, except the fact that she's gonna be in Endgame and she makes an appearance and they page her and she shows up. Okay, we knew that. The feminism thing that everybody's talking about really wasn't that big of a deal. You know, it kind of was here and there. They played No Doubt's I'm Just a Girl, and there was a montage of her getting knocked down and she gets up, and I just kind of thought that stuff. I'm not a feminist, y'all, so I believe in equal rights for women, but I'm not into this feminism thing, this wave that's going on. So it didn't really faze me. I was just a little unmoved. And how Nick Fury lost his eye. I know a lot of people have said this is crap, and it is crap. And it was just really annoying how he lost his eye. I just expected it to be much more. Then there's a scene at the end where where Agent Coulson offers him a glass eye. And I'm thinking, why are you offering him a glass eye? His eye is still in his head. He's just blind. We've seen his eye in previous films, so it's not like he doesn't have an eye there. Usually when someone needs a glass eye, there's not an eye there anymore. So I don't really know what that was about. I felt like the pacing of the movie was off as well. There was times where it was fast and then it was slow, and then fast and then slow, and it just didn't seem cohesive at times. With that being said, there were some things that I did like about it. Not very many, but I'll talk about those. I thought the CGI in the movie was, the CGI in regards to making Agent Coulson and Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson's character, look younger. I thought that was done really well. There was several close-ups where it just looked really real and really natural. There were other scenes of the CGI that looked really good too, but there were also some scenes where I was like, that looks really CGI-y, you know. But for the most part, I thought the CGI was okay. I really liked Captain Marvel's costume. I saw some, you know, we saw some of the pictures and stuff before the movie, and I like the colors of the costume. I like the patterns on the costume. I like the costume. So the final edit of it in the movie theater, I thought looked really good. The cat, everyone's talking about the cat in the movie. The cat was pretty enjoyable. I think the main guy who played the main Skrull guy, who turns into Samuel L. Jackson's boss, I thought he did a really good job as that guy, whoever the Skrull person was. And I thought his makeup was done pretty well for the most part. I know some people didn't like it. I thought it was done pretty well. But he kind of stood out to me because he had some funny jokes to me. And other than that, y'all, this isn't a movie that I'm gonna say is terrible. It's average, you know? It's an average movie. It's not, you know, Infinity War, but it's not Iron Man 3 either. So, I would suggest if you're a fan of the Marvel universe to go see it. You know, if you really just want to make sure you have all the movies under your belt. But if you're one of those kind of casual fans and you think that it's going to tie into the next part 2 of Infinity War Endgame, it doesn't. Wait for it to come out on DVD or something and check it out then. Other than that, that is my review of the film, guys. Drop me a comment, give me a like, subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Have you seen it? Are you planning on seeing it? Why not? If you saw it, what do you think? And I will catch up with you guys in the next video. All right, bye guys.